Hi, my name is Olivia. I'm 17 years old and I was part of the Algoverse summer cohort of 2024. So, throughout my entire life and throughout high school, I've always been really passionate about STEM, mathematics, problem solving. But it wasn't until like eighth grade and freshman year of high school that I really discovered the field of computer science and programming and found a love and interest for that field. And that was when I began to start to explore that more deeply. And then in my junior year of high school, I was looking for ways to get involved in this field over the summer, perhaps by taking some online courses or maybe even a summer program. And that's when I stumbled upon Algoverse's summer research program for high schoolers. And when I read through the description, I thought it was such a unique way to get involved in something at such a high level, even though I was only a high schooler. And I thought, like, why not give it a shot? Why not try this program? And so I did, and I have absolutely zero regrets. So me and my group, we ended up publishing a research paper called Quantum Integrated Adaptive Networks for Reduced Latency and Improved Inference Times in CNN Models, which we actually got accepted to a workshop at NeurIPS where we did a little poster presentation there, and which was such a unique and crazy experience to have as a high schooler to be able to go to this field and network and connect with all of these like PhDs and professors and researchers in this field who have been doing research in this field for almost longer than I've been alive, and just be able to like hear about their research and be able to sort of explain some of the work that my group did was such a phenomenal and like life-changing experience, and really solidified my interest in going into AI research in the future and continuing my passion for this field and for this sort of area, and just really opened my mind to a part of the computer science world that I wasn't super that I didn't really understand before this program, but that now I think I might actually want to sort of get into in university and beyond. And so when I first met my group at Algoverse, um, it's quite the program takes you through quite a lot of steps. Like I came in with a little bit of background on like AI and machine learning, but if you didn't, you really are taught like everything for the first few lectures, which really helped me um not necessarily to like learn the program, but to get on the same like place with everyone else in my group. So we all sort of had the same introduction to what we were doing. And my sort of passion within AI really lies to using AI to do something good, to do some maybe like social good, social change. And so when I met with my team, we were sort of brainstorming different ideas. Originally, we were thinking about like AI bias, stuff like that. But we really wanted to do something novel and new in the field. And that's when we sort of stumbled on this idea of like latency and energy efficiency and making sure we have like models that are energy efficient, which has a wide range of societal and environmental benefits that we all were quite passionate about and wanted to explore. And so we delved into that idea. It did take us a while to come with the idea. So I think the hardest thing for our group was to find an idea that we all liked, that we all were passionate about, that we all wanted to spend sort of 10 to 15 to 20 hours a week working on, but that also was novel and new and not only important to us, but important to the research community. And that was something that I'd never really had to do before. I think in school, you sort of get to pick a project that you're interested in and do that. But like you got to make sure that this is a novel topic. This is a topic that if you do research on this, it'll provide something to the field, because not only were we doing research for ourselves and for our group, but we were doing it to advance the field of computer science and of AI and machine learning research, specifically in our case, machine learning compression, which was just such a crazy thing to think about as a high schooler, that you're really contributing work to a larger field of researchers and a whole community of researchers. And I think Algoverse just like not the program and the experience of going to NeurIPS 2024 in Vancouver has given me so much for like thinking about and contextualizing my future career and sort of understanding like what is it that I want to do for the rest of my life. I also think being able to be part of such an interesting research project really strengthened like the collaboration skills that I picked up while I was there, like really strengthened my ability to like work on projects in school in a more like efficient way as well. And it's definitely like changed and reshaped my passions for the future, and also helped me decide like where I want to go to university, where am I going to be able to continue to conduct this research at a high level and have access to the resources to continue to do this research. So next year I'll be attending Brown University to study computer engineering and sort of continuing my passion for this and continuing to explore AI and machine learning, which was a like the research side of that passion was something that I was fully introduced to through Algoverse, and I'm so thankful for that because it's opened up a whole new world of interests and passions and possibilities for my future that I really hadn't explored before. And so I would really, really recommend the Algoverse summer program if you're even just considering going into AI research or even have a little bit of a passion for computer science, because it is such a life-changing experience, especially if you dedicate yourself. I think the big piece of advice I have for anyone who wants to join Algoverse and be part of this program is to really, it's all about how much you dedicate yourself. And I think is very true for many things, including the actual world of like AI research within sort of a more academic and sphere with PhDs, right? I know there were groups that like didn't do dedicate themselves as much time, and like you get a different product from that. So one thing I'm really happy about, like it really taught me this like self intrinsic motivation to really sit and work on something for almost like 20 hours a week. And you really do reap the rewards when you put a lot of work into something, especially something like this, and you are able to see that like not only do you appreciate that work and you reap the rewards and your group reaps the rewards, but like the community of AI and the other researchers in that room who sort of looked at my paper, looked at our poster, sort of scanned the QR code to actually read our paper, also get also get something from your research and also get the rewards from your research, and you contribute to a really rapidly developing field. And something like that is just an invaluable experience that I would recommend for everyone that's completely sort of reframed the way I think about my future.